Here's a comprehensive look at the life and career of Admiral John M. Richardson. Full name: John Michael Richardson. Date of birth: April 8, 1960. Place of birth: Petersburg, Virginia, United States. Education: United States Naval Academy B.S. in Physics, 1982 Massachusetts Institute of Technology MIT, and Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, S. in Electrical Engineering and Physics National War College M.S. in National Security Strategy Military Branch, United States Navy Service. Years 198-220-1937. Years highest rank: Admiral 4-star. Key leadership role: 31st. Chief of Naval Operations CNO, September 2015, August 2019. Here are the full details of Admiral John M. Richardson's education. Education: United States Naval Academy degree, Bachelor of Science B.S. in Physics. Graduation year: 1982. Location: Annapolis, Maryland. Note: commissioned as an officer in the U.S. Navy upon graduation. Massachusetts Institute of Technology MIT degree, Master of Science M.S. in Electrical Engineering program, joint program with the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution. Focus: engineering and physics related to oceanography and naval systems. Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution participated in the MIT Hui Joint Program in Applied Ocean Science and Engineering specialized study alongside MIT in areas supporting submarine operations and advanced naval technologies. National War College, National Defense University degree, Master of Science MS in National Security Strategy. Focus: U.S. strategic military policy, global defense challenges, and interagency collaboration. These academic achievements supported Richardson's technical expertise in nuclear propulsion and undersea warfare helped shape his strategic leadership as Chief of Naval Operations. Let me know if you'd like more on his studies at MIT or the National War College. Here are the naval career highlights of Admiral John M. Richardson. Naval career highlights: service duration: 1982-2019. 37 years of active duty. Early submarine service: served aboard USS Parche, SSN 683, specialized in intelligence missions. USS George C. Marshall, SSBN 654, Fleet Ballistic Missile Submarine. USS Salt Lake City, SSN 716. Fast attack submarine, developed deep technical expertise in nuclear propulsion and undersea operations. Command at Sea Commanding Officer of USS Honolulu, SSN 718, Pearl Harbor, successfully led operations in the Pacific. Earned the prestigious Vice Admiral James Bond Stockdale Award for Inspirational Leadership, 2001. A key flag officer and staff roles commander. Development Squadron 12, oversaw submarine tactics and operational innovation. Commander Submarine Group 8, directed submarine forces in Europe and the Mediterranean. Commander, NATO, Allied Submarine Command, Naples. Italy integrated NATO submarine operations during critical global missions. Naval aide to the President, served in a highly selective White House military position. Chief of Staff, U.S. Naval Forces. Europe and Africa, Deputy Commander. 6th Fleet Instructor, trained prospective commanding officers for submarines shaping future Navy leadership. Director of Strategy and Policy, U.S. Joint Forces Command Director. Naval Nuclear Propulsion Program 2012 to 2015. Dual role in U.S. Navy U.S. Department of Energy, responsible for the design, operation, and maintenance of over 100 naval nuclear reactors. Key figure in ensuring the safety, reliability, and performance of America's nuclear fleet. 31st Chief of Naval Operations CNO term, September 18, 2015, August 22, 2019. Led the entire U.S. Navy during a pivotal time of great power competition and modernization. Oversaw approximately 600,000 sailors and civilians, 290 ships, 2,000-plus aircraft. Advocated for naval readiness, innovation in warfare, modernization, and personnel reform response to operational crises, for example. Ship collisions in 2017. Here are the detailed highlights of Admiral John M. Richardson's commission and submarine service from 1982 to the mid-2000s. Commission and submarine service. 1982, mid-2000s commissioning year. 1982 source. It's graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy with a B.S. in physics. Commissioned. As ensign, United States Navy assigned to submarine force following nuclear power training and submarine officer training. Early submarine assignments. Richardson served aboard several key submarines in progressively responsible roles. USS Parche SSN 6831, of the most highly decorated submarines in U.S. Navy history. Focused on classified intelligence-gathering operations during the Cold War. USS George C. Marshall SSBN 654 Fleet Ballistic Missile Submarine Ohio-class predecessor. Conducted nuclear deterrent patrols during the Cold War. USS Salt Lake City SSN 716 Fast Attack. Los Angeles-class submarine. Engaged in various tactical exercises and deployments, training and instructional. Roles: completed Naval Nuclear Power School and Submarine Officer Basic Course. Later became an instructor for prospective commanding officers, PCOs, A. Position given only to the most trusted and experienced leaders in the submarine community. Leadership development progressed through roles including division officer, engineer officer, executive officer, XO, commanding officer, CO. This period laid the technical and operational foundation for his later command roles, and eventual rise to 4-star Admiral. Here are the full details of Admiral Red. John M. Richardson's role as Director, Naval Nuclear Propulsion Director. Naval Nuclear Propulsion, Program Tenure, 201-22015. Predecessor, Admiral Kirkland H. Donald. Successor, Admiral James F. Caldwell, Jr. What the role entails: the Director leads both the U.S. Navy and Department of Energy's Naval Reactors Program. Oversees all technical, operational, safety, regulatory training, and personnel aspects of the U.S. Navy's nuclear propulsion systems. This role includes over 100 nuclear reactors in submarines and aircraft carriers, several shipyards, laboratories, and nuclear support facilities. Approximately 6,000 personnel, including naval officers, enlisted sailors, engineers, and civilian experts. Key responsibilities: reactor safety and reliability, ensured that all nuclear reactors operated safely without incident. The program has had 0 reactor accidents in its history. Life cycle management oversaw the design, construction, operation, maintenance, refueling, and decommissioning of naval nuclear reactors. Training programs supervised the elite training pipeline for nuclear-trained officers and enlisted personnel, including the Nuclear Power School and prototype reactor training. Modernization advanced new nuclear technologies, including work on the next-generation Columbia-class ballistic missile submarines and future Ford-class aircraft carriers. Interagency coordination managed complex relationships between the U.S. Navy, Department of Energy, Congress, and the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Strategic impact played a critical national security role by ensuring uninterrupted nuclear propulsion capabilities. Provided strategic continuity between multiple presidential administrations and defense secretaries. Known for discipline, rigor, to zero-defect leadership in the most risk-intolerant domain in the Navy. Why it mattered: Richardson's tenure as a director was widely respected for preserving decades-long nuclear safety records, enhancing operational availability and performance of nuclear ships, positioning the Navy for a modern nuclear-powered fleet well into the 21st century. This high-stakes, technically demanding leadership role was one of the final steps before Richardson became the 31st Chief of Naval Operations in 2015. Here are the post-retirement roles and board memberships of Admiral Ret. John M. Richardson, following his retirement from the U.S. Navy in August 2019. Post-retirement, Housing board memberships. Retirement from U.S. Navy date, August 22, 2019. Total service, 37 years. Final role, 31st Chief of Naval Operations, CNO Corporate Board. Memberships: the Boeing Company role. Member Board of Directors joined October 2019 committees: Aerospace Safety, Governance, and Public Policy. Relevance: brings nuclear and defense experience to one of the world's largest aerospace and defense firms. BWX Technologies Industry, nuclear components and fuel for U.S. government programs. Role: Board of Directors member. Expertise: naval nuclear propulsion, and regulatory oversight. Constellation Energy Corporation joined, after companies. Spin-off from Exelon in 2022, focus: energy reliability, sustainability, and nuclear energy development. Exelon Corporation prior to Constellation, split *. 1. Of the largest nuclear power operators in the U.S. before separation, ** provided guidance on nuclear safety and energy policy. Academic and scientific affiliations: Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory APL role. Senior Fellow since November 2019. Focus areas: national security, innovation, emerging technology and defense systems. Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution role. Trustee background: alumnus of its joint graduate program with MIT. Maintains ties to undersea science and engineering. National Academy of Engineering (NAE) elected member recognized for technical leadership in naval nuclear propulsion and submarine warfare. Policy, Strategy, and Defense Organizations Center for a New American Security CNA's role. Board of Advisors contribution. Strategic insights on maritime strategy. Great power competition and defense modernization. U.S. Navy League. Role: supporter and contributor. Mission alignment, public education, and advocacy for a strong maritime service. Themes of post-service engagement: national security strategy, nuclear energy and safety, maritime innovation, corporate governance, engineering, and public policy.